So this is a first in hopefully a series of videos that Hannah and I are going to do for you on foam rolling. So first of all, if we have a talk about why should we foam roll, why do you recommend clients foam roll, Hannah?
Well, it's part. I tell clients to do it alongside them when they visit me for a massage. It's a good for their mobility, which I'm sure is why you recommend it.
Yeah.
Definitely good for recovery and also a great tool for warming up prior to exercise.
Yeah, and I think definitely with both the mobility and the recovery side of that, foam rolling really encourages circulation through wherever you're foam rolling, so that brings in lots of fresh nutrients and flushes out the waste products, so it's a great way to do that. So just like whenever they have a massage, it's key to rehydrate after you do any foam rolling.
Yeah, definitely.
But as Hannah says as well, it's absolutely brilliant way to start your workout and work through the body. So in this very first series, we've just talked about the benefits and reasons for foam rollers, and we've got a little array of them here for you. And there are lots, and the benefit of coming down to Custom Fitness is that we've got one of each, as you can see. So if we take you through them, this is the one that's probably been around for the longest, and this it's just foam, isn't it, all the way through?
Yeah, it's really soft, quite gentle, so it wouldn't necessarily be something that I would personally recommend, being more of a sadistic nature generally.
Yes. But for somebody who's never done foam rolling before, this can be a good one to start out on, just because it allows you to feel where you're driving the pressure without applying too much pressure and making yourself uncomfortable. And I don't believe that you should finish foam rolling and have bruises or a lot of bruising afterwards.
Not at all.
So using something like this is therefore a good way to start out. In terms of whether I would recommend you buy one for at home, the answer to that would be no, simply for how long they last. And you know, if you ever have one like this, you see that they tend to squidge into the middle where the pressure is, because there's nothing other than the foam in the centre.
Yeah, definitely. And also, they're not obviously the toughest of things, so if you're using them on carpet or like rough kitchen floors, then they will wear out quite quickly as well.
Yeah, so we'll pop that to one side. This one is my favourite.
Just because obviously it's a good colour.
Yeah. It's a well-worn one now. This is a trigger point one, and unlike the one that we had before, you can see all the way through that. So it's a solid plastic interior that makes it hold its integrity. This one I've had for at least 4 years, if not longer, and there's no kind of change in the shape of it on the outside or bowing through the middle or anything like that. And on all the trigger point products, what you see is you get different areas of texture. So we could marry these up to probably parts that you use during massage.
Yes.
Couldn't you? So the big blocks are like Hannah's palm.
Yeah.
These bits probably like fingers, and then you've got the little knobbly bits there, which are probably thumbs and elbows.
A little bit more trigger point.
Yeah, so any other sharp implement that Hannah manages to use. So I really like this one. I think it's a fabulous foam roller. It allows you to get into all the places that you need and do everything you need to do, plus a few extras probably with this one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's definitely covers most bases.
yeah, and I think this is a really good option for at home as well, if you are looking to buy one for at home. I don't know what they retail at now. Probably a good...
Yeah, they're a good £40
Yeah, I think for the big one it might be a bit more,
yeah,
sort of 60, 70. For the trigger point ones, you can obviously buy other brands. At home, I have one, I think it's a muscle mauler.
Yeah.
Which was a cheaper option, but it isn't as good as the trigger point one, I have to say. And I you know, if I was to buy another one again, I would go for this brand, just for personal preference.
Yeah, mine's Ministry of Muscle, and that retailed about £50, and that it's a pretty solid roller.
Yeah. So now, if space is an issue, then they do also do smaller ones. They can be good. You can hit most of the things that you need to hit, and obviously they retail at a slightly lower price. You're not a huge fan of those ones, are you?
No, I'm not a fan. I just think, yeah, you can do a lot of good with one of these things, but especially for me, I'm not the tiniest of people, so I couldn't do my whole foam rolling regime with a little roller. So for me, it would just be a waste of space.
Yeah. So, but if space is something you're looking to, then that is potentially an option. But as I say, it does limit how you can use it a little bit. And certainly some of the extras that we'll show you can do with a foam roller through the rest of the series, you wouldn't be able to do on the little one. So the final one that we've left until last, probably for good reason, is the rumble roller. So, and I don't know if you can make out on the film, but this one's got some fairly sadistic knobbles.
It's quite brutal.
It is brutal, isn't it? So this is definitely not one to start on. Again, it's got a fairly solid interior, and this one's been in the gym for a good while, and there's no wear and tear on that. So is there any particular occasion you would recommend this one for?
I use that quite a lot on my hamstrings predominantly, but I will say, and you will see it later in the series, that my Ministry of Muscle roller is half rumble, half like the trigger point, and I think that's quite a good combo.
Yeah, that is a good combo, a bit both. Yeah. So that's the array that we have in the gym, and the reasons when to use which one, but also if you're looking to purchase one for at home, hopefully that helps as well. So we will see you in the next video, and we'll break down how to use the foam rollers over different parts of the body. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.